Roy here, and today I am making an inspirational video of a person who is professionally a doctor, a specialist as anesthesiologist, and who has an experience of more than 47 years in medical industry. Dr. Tapan Mitra. I'm talking about Dr. Tapan Mitra, who is a fascinating character apart from being inspirational for many youth. So, let me just give you a brief career perspective of Dr. Mitra. At this age of 75, he has done his MBA, also advanced diploma in management, diploma in business management, a postgraduate in hospital and healthcare, a postgraduate in medical and legal systems from Symbiosis, and he plans to do his PhD at this age in healthcare management. So, today we are going to talk and ask him some very simple questions, and that would inspire us in a big way.
Well, I see myself as a very optimistic person, and I'm hardly bogged down for any setback. And I'm a very loving and love to stay very carefree life. And I generally have my all things done in a very meticulously, and whatever I wanted to do, I wanted to finish it up. I never leave it halfway.
I have two questions for you. The first question is that what made you choose this profession of, to be a doctor? Did you uh, think that I'm going to be a doctor right from a younger age, or is it that somebody told you that you have to be a doctor? So, what made you choose this profession? This is my first question. Second question: at this age, you did an MBA. I think this is just something brilliant. A lot of people after retiring just sit at home and do nothing. I mean, to do an MBA at this age, I think is a very inspiration, a big inspiration for a lot of people. So, from where did the idea come into your mind of doing an MBA at this age?
Well, I never dreamed to be a doctor, and it's surprising me that I have become a doctor. And at this stage of my life, I don't regret, but definitely I regretted in my early life when I was studying medicine. I wanted to be a musician, but the family background is such that they have a ideas are different. Musicians are generally not taken granted in the society as a gentle persons, and I don't want to go details on those things. What my grandfather used to tell, those used to sing, those used to dance, those used to done the musics. But I have a very interesting mind to learn music, and probably my own effort I have learned some music and lyrics, and had been I have my choice, possibly I could have become a musician by now. But I have to see the family also at the same time. And my grandmother, before she died, she had a ambition that one of her children should have been a doctor, because she used to be sick most of the time, and she wants in a family someone should be a doctor. And that has been narrated by my uncle, and I heard it for many many times. But I told my uncle, look, I never dreamt ever that I will become a doctor. But we know all that everybody's willpower can change his fate. But at this stage of my life, I feel no, you may partially change your fate by willpower, but not totally. And circumstances made me to become a doctor, though I never wanted to be a doctor. And there are a lot of examples are there which I am not going details about it. What I used to take the course not to be a become a doctor, but ultimately I become a doctor, and I am a doctor now and still practicing. But in the meantime, during my medical practice life, I found that the relationship between a doctor and administrator was not very cordial. They always have some sort of commotions between them. And main idea of commotions, I never try to understand what's the commotions. The admins feels that they are super and whatever decision they want to take is the right decisions. And doctors say whatever they are taking is the right decisions. So I ultimately thought in a cool mind at home that why this differentiation is coming, why this sort of things are appealing to each other. The mainly I found that there is a big communication gap which need to make it bit narrow, and this is too wider now. So I say how to do. If a doctor become a admin qualified, then he will understand both. He will understand a doctor feelings and he will understand a admin feelings, and he will be much useful to the nation for bringing together very near each other, and they can communicate easily and they will more friendly, which is not at the moment. So in 2007, I happens to change my mind that I have enough of time given for my medical practice. Why not? I try this angle, and I started taking classes. I get admitted to the MBA course, and I have finished it. And thereafter, I found that only MBA is not good enough for a doctor. He should understand what is the healthcare management, because being a doctor, I cannot go in other line of administration because it's not related to my medical line. So I immediately start learning about the aspect of the healthcare management. Well, after doing MBA, I feel that is not good enough because to manage in the hospital care management or healthcare management, I feel that general management in MBA is not good enough. So I was looking for a place for this healthcare. Suddenly in the net, I found out that in Symbiosis, they do the course and post graduation in healthcare management. And I immediately took the admissions and start studying. And I got through the exam, and now I'm a full-fledged MBA and a healthcare management person. At the same time, as a healthcare management, you have to face a lot of hospital medical legal problems. They all come from the patient's relatives and all. And for that reasons, I too also done a legal systems which will help me also to deal with the relatives and the patients in general. That's why I'm now a full-fledged an MBA and healthcare management persons and medical legal systems. But then I thought that if you wanted to academically teach someone about all those things, you need to get a PhD degree, and which I don't have. And so I'm thinking very seriously to start a PhD program in somewhere in India and to learn about all those healthcare management and go in my rest of the life giving myself for the teaching of the generations.
We have come to know that apart from being a doctor, you are an astrologer. Now, this is a very interesting combination. A doctor is also an astrologer. So, my question is that a very simple question, doctor. How do you explain being a doctor as well as an astrologer?
Well, you have asked me a very interesting questions. How I become an astrologer. There was in the past, there was a lot of examples. A musician can be a physician. So why not? A physician can be an astrologer. So the simile goes the same way. Though the terms doesn't match in a that way, a musician, a physician, but a physician can be an astrologer. Well, it has in my gene. My mother's father was an astrologer, and he was also a doctor and civil surgeon. He used to work in Malaysia. He passed from Lahore, the medical school, and he have been posted by the British in Kuala Lumpur. And my all maternal aunt, my moms, and my aunts all are born in Malaysia. And he used to be a good astrologer. And where the gene has come to him, that I don't know. But probably I had from him this gene. None of his children, except me, the grandchild, has picked up this astrology, and it helped me, someone in India, to be an astrologer, and happened to meet one of the greatest astrologer in my life is Krishnamurti, and his by name the astrology comes as Krishnamurti Paddhati, and I learned from his one of the best disciple, Ram Murthy, and my life started from there as astrologer. I used to be a doctor all the time. I never took up as a professional. I mostly taken as an amateur, but durations of my professionalship was there 5 to 7 years in between, and I practice it. But I found that if you give an amateur predictions, it comes more correct, because wherever there is no give and take matters is there, and you want to only give, and it is a voluntarily gift, then the answer comes more correct. And whenever there is a money concern come, then you have to pay something of untruthful thing to please the customer, which I had to do it. So I withdraw myself from professionalship and become an amateur. Used to be an amateur for a long time, but now probably my have some other ideas to do, other disciple to improve. So I have now stopped doing that one. But still, once you learn it, you will never forget it. If time comes, I will again start it. But as an amateur, not as a professional.
Glad to know that, Dr. Mitra, you have a very practical sense of thinking. Uh, Now, my next and concluding question to you is that what would be your message to the youth? Our youth is a mixture of good and bad, to be very precise and honest. So, what would be your message to the youth of a country?
Well, it's a very interesting question you asked me. But in one line, if you ask me the answer, I will say that whatever you feel like doing in your life, you should much adore it, and you must enlighten it. Be optimistic, whatever you do it, and I feel then you can achieve it very easily. And do not have to listen to anybody about your wishes and desires to fulfill. It is your wish, your desires, and it is your life and one life given to you, and you should enjoy the life.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mitra, for giving your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you too much. Thank you also to you for giving us time.
Okay.